What's going on, y'all? It's your man Smash coming at you with another episode of the Smashcast Live. I don't know how many times I'm gonna do shit like this. Sorry. Listen, before we get to the episode, I just want y'all to know, out of respect for my man Mike, I'm gonna do this. I understand that he works with kids. I understand that he works with families a lot. Just know that my podcast is not for children. I'm not family friendly, nor is my man Isaac. We don't tone it down generally for anybody. So I know my man Mike. He's got a lot of people that he rolls with. This is not for children. On the real, like he doesn't say anything. He doesn't. He's Mike. You know what I'm saying? He's Mike Telesco. It's really me and my dude. We're off color. So that's really it, though. I just want y'all to know, fair warning before you get into this. Yeah. That's really it. Thanks for watching and enjoy. Oh, I'll miss you, Mike. Take care, dog. Hopefully Florida, you do all right in Florida. Am I even looking at the camera? You know what? Thanks all for watching. Take care.
You would have thought with everything going on, they would be dishing everything out,
That's a fact.
That way, it gives people stuff to do.
Mm-hmm.
Are we good?
I'll be all right.
Yeah, you'll be fine. You can tear that all you want.
All right.
Not that I ask you to, but you still can.
No, I'm checking, bro. I understand you selling this.
That bag's holding up.
You in a lawn chair. I gotta sit back.
Does this see everybody?
I want to believe, boss.
Maybe if you flip it around,
What?
Flip the
thing around, you can always see.
You're definitely right.
Yeah, I'm there. Hey.
Yeah, you could be seen.
You're definitely right.
All right. So is it recorded? Yep.
Yeah. No, it's
So I
going.
was recording this whole time.
Yeah, let's Wait, hold on. How long has this been recording? Since you came back? Or
Yeah. When I just came back and I just said, we're good now. Can you see? I gotta lean back a little
I
bit.
can see me.
All right, let's. I have to lean forward a little bit.
You gonna edit this out?
If I feel like it, maybe.
I feel you. Go ahead.
What's going on, y'all? It's your man Smash coming at you with another episode of Smashcast Live. How y'all doing? Today we're going a guerrilla style. Your boy forgot all the equipment. Not all the equipment, just the H6, which is the interface. So we ain't got no use for no mics, no cords, no nothing. So we're going straight camera. It's all right. We're bare bones, but it is what it is. Time constraints, and your boy didn't get enough sleep. It is what it is, Jack. That's why get your 8 hours, kids. So we joined today. Last week we had Kareem Patterson, an APJ a boxer, and now today we got Mike Telesco Martial Arts.
Hi, everyone.
Taekwondo, karate. What else you do, dog?
It's Taekwondo, Hapkido, and various weapons like bow staffs, swords, nunchucks, that kind of stuff.
He's a whole sensei. Check the
Kickboxing.
belt.
Oh yeah, it's your boy Smash with the man Isaac. I forgot. I'm sorry, bro.
You always forget, It's your fat self.
Anyway, so what's up, man?
How are you?
I'm tired, bro, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So right quick, you're shutting down.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on?
Well, hi everybody. Michael Telesco here. Owner of Telesco's Martial Arts. Been here for about 6.5 years. Well, with everything going on in the world with COVID and everything, obviously, no mask on. But we obviously are all taken care of. We're comfortable in ourselves. But that's the main thing. Is just I want it to kind of die down. Where I can kind of just get back into everything, because doing this requires a lot of physical activity. The people who come here, you want them to be comfortable, of course. Mm-hmm. So I think it's just best for the sake of just kind of waiting for a better opportunity down the road. Even though it's been a very good 6.5 years, of course. Where it's all safe, no one has to worry about like wearing masks. I mean, you have to watch a kid wearing a mask and struggling to breathe. It really just breaks your heart. Mm-hmm. So things like that, like for that, safety, and let it just, hopefully go away. We'll see how it'll turn out. And then with that, bottom line is my parents live in Florida. So I just, you only have them for so long. They're up there in age. They're 67.
Yeah.
So especially with COVID and everything, I love them to death. They're not the most healthiest, But you know, you wouldn't know looking at them. You would never know. So I don't want to give it a chance. I don't want to give them the opportunity, and they don't seem like they want to move. So, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Family first. So that's pretty much the main reason. Obviously with COVID, and you know, just a better start. I have a fiance. Shout out to Dolly Williams. I love you. She'll hear this and go, ooh. But anyway, so you know, you just want the best. You want to kind of find somewhere, especially having grandparents around when you have children down the road. So that's pretty much it, really. And you know, it's bittersweet. It's very bittersweet.
COVID did this?
No, not necessarily. It did it.
I mean.
It did it in a sense because it's just for, you know, let's put it this way. You want to enjoy what you're doing.
Yeah.
I enjoy what I do, but I want to be able to do it without a hitch. I want to be able to do it where I don't feel a restriction of some kind. For instance, a mask. Kids can't breathe. I can't breathe. I mean, I can. We can. We're fine, but it's just it sucks the fun out of everything.
It's the word, it's the word. Cool. Why we want to make like you need to break a board with like some kind of jumping roundhouse or whatever, and you got a whole mask on. That's gonna take a whole lot of like, it's like a shame of like respiratory in a way.
It just takes away the fun in a lot of ways. Like I said, it's just like get rid of everything in a lot of ways. Get rid of the mentality of how everything is going, just to kind of wipe the slate clean, allow us to kind of jump back in everything. You know, it will be a different school. Let's hope it lasts, you know what I mean, starting all over, but at least it will be a fresh start where it's like just starting all over again. It's like a new beginning. So until then, I don't know, but I also just want to go down there and just see where I am. I don't know if I'm going to open up another school. I'm just going to try to, you know, be there and just see how it goes.
Yeah, you're going to go to Florida, man. You better enjoy yourself while you're over there.
I need a tan, right?
You feel me? Like,
that's Florida.
It's serious.
I mean, you got business in Florida, so it's all right. I mean, I ain't got shit in Florida, so that's why I don't care for Florida.
I understand.
Other than swamps and alligators, I don't have a reason to go down there.
Well, I'll be in the moderate side. I won't be like walking into a swamp every time I leave the apartment, but you know, I know what you mean.
I mean that's good though, bro. Like you're not just. COVID ain't just shut you down. This is a deliberate decision.
We're going very strong. We're actually in the middle of selling the place. Can't say who. For reasons, of course, but the school is going to be in good hands. The school is, you know, let's put it this way, we got through last year. We got through 6 months of closing. Other businesses obviously didn't last that long. So very, very fortunate to say, you know, I'm still here. The lights are still on. The rent's always paid. I never missed a day. So I never had an issue either. So that being said, you know, it's not for that reason. It's just family and just overall the sake of, you know, the value of what I give off. I don't want to have that problem where someone doesn't feel comfortable in a lot of ways. You know, you have to understand from a technical spot. It's like people come in and they could easily do whatever they want. I mean, when you have a business, anything can happen. Anybody could, like I tripped and fell and there goes your business, anything. So with COVID, that's another variable I have to deal with where someone could get sick, someone could do this, someone could do that. So there's a lot of you know, variables that I had to now go through. That's, you know, new territory, you know, health hazards. So you know, and we're all vaccinated.
I'm good to go. I just got mine the other week, so I mean we good. All right, fine. So you've been doing this for 6 years, bro. Mm-hmm. Like you had the gym 6 years, or you've been training 6 years?
I've been training for almost 20 years. I know I look young. 28.
Check the black belt. You don't get that.
I'm 28.
Bro, I was saying, bro, some people advance.
I just got it. I got it last June, 5th degree. What I was gonna say is I'm 28. I started when I was 22. Opened up my own school. I've been doing it for almost 20 years. So I started when I was 9. So I mean. Some people, you know, you may be surprised, but if you really think about it, if, you know, there's kids who started, they're 3 years old. Let's times that by at least 20 years down the road. That's 23 years, let's say. So it's like, it adds up, you know? And depending on how invested you are into it, you know, you get pretty quick. Because, I mean, I can't tell you how many times I had to do a test to get to the next stage. And opening up a school is a test in itself because you've done the tests, you've broken the boards, you've broken the cinder block, you've done this, you've done that. What's the next journey? Okay, opening up a school. It's like you can't really top that, and that's what comes with it. Because if you know it, you can teach it.
So when I was doing jujitsu, I witnessed my sensei Sensei Earl. My man, I witnessed him get his black belt for the first time. When I was, I think he was a brown belt, and then he was almost crying. Like the whole ceremony was.
Yeah.
And so when that happened, even I was like, "That's my man." Cause
kudos to you, sir.
Yeah, so like he's been training my whole crew for probably about a year before, if I remember right, before he got it, and then we all saw him get it, and that was just a big moment for all of us. I think we had pizza and cake and shit. So when you got your black belt, how was you feeling?
I felt great. Well, to be honest, of course, first degree, right? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, he just got the belt.
Okay, well, first degree, of course, I felt great. It's always, a milestone. It's always an accomplishment. As I got a little higher in the degrees, I just stopped caring more because I'm not in it for the money, really. Of course, you need it to pay the bills, so that's really what I mean. I'm not in it to, get to my next level now. I was in it for the kids. I was in it to help them get to where they got. So I actually, if I could have them here to tell you what I told them, and I'll just tell you what I told them, is that what I'm doing is I'm using this black belt test to inspire you. Go for your black belt next. Reach your highest accomplishment. What is your dream? Go for it. That kind of thing. And see what it takes for someone, like you were just saying, your teacher, see what it takes to be dedicated to something. Because, of course, you said that he was emotional about it. Do what it takes to accomplish your goal, because I can't tell you how many people I've met who have goals and aren't able to accomplish them because they just give up. There's things like that. It's just simple. In my opinion, it's simple, because if you have that mentality, if you have that in you where you can say to yourself, no matter what, I'll keep going, you'll see where it gets you. But people, they just kind of throw their hands up when it's really bad. I mean, like I mentioned, I got through COVID last year, 6 months of closing. I had it in the back of my head, I'm going to get through this, and I did. So, not saying it's easy. No one said it was easy, but it's just, in my opinion, if you just stick to it and you just don't, hesitate on it, and you just stick to your guns, you'll get through it.
Yeah, you're
so,
not wrong about that.
And I hope that helps whoever's listening.
Yeah, you're not wrong about that. Like it even goes to like even the simplest things. There's a friend of mine that like he didn't have a can opener or whatever, and he wanted to open his can of tuna so he could eat. Mm-hmm. So I'm trying to teach him how to do it with a knife, regular old knife, you know what I mean? And he gave up first 10 seconds. And he was like, I'll starve. I'm sitting there like, what? Mm-hmm. Like you'll starve instead of just peeling this open. You know,
like take it and just go break it.
You know what I mean? Like, but you're not wrong.
Well,
like, people do give up like this. I've seen it, man. I've seen it, bro.
I can't hear nothing like that, bro.
You know what? The way I look at it, and I was just having a conversation with the gentleman that was here when you guys showed up, is we were having people are just wired differently. Mm-hmm. You can't expect the same thing from others. You can't think a person's going to do, just because you say it, just because you give them advice, they're gonna do it in their own way, and you're gonna look at them funny, and I'm guilty of that stuff too. Like, we're all human, mm-hmm. But you just can't. It's just simple. You just can't expect the same from others. And as much as you want to help them, they gotta help themselves before they can take advice.
Yeah.
So it is what it is.
I mean, this whole thing teaches you discipline, respect, and honor, and all that. Like, that's why I implore people to take martial arts, work out in general, let alone the martial arts. You know what I'm saying? So. And a lot of people would benefit from that, like.
Oh, I was shy, and here I am on a podcast with you guys. Is this a podcast? Mm-hmm. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
okay,
bro.
I don't want to call it the wrong thing. I've never done this before. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
But I was shy, and here I am in a video talking about my life in a lot of ways with you guys. So I appreciate this.
Fuck yeah, man.
I mean, that's why we here, bro. We gotta get everybody. I mean, you're in the Hudson Valley, so we gotta get you before you skedaddle to Florida. You know what I'm saying? Before you get eaten by an alligator. No, I mean. So I mean, with people learning discipline and everything, bro, like that's vital for survival. Mm-hmm. And it's not that some people don't get it. Some people, like you said, can't acquire it. Like they just can't do it. It's
it's ingrained in their minds in some way where they have to teach themselves to overcome it. That's where our black belt tests are all about. Like I have a few kids that I'm wrapping up the school with their black belt tests. And I told them, which I tell everybody, but especially been reminding them, because you know how kids, one year without the other. I tell them, I say, listen, if you're gonna, be doing something in front of me where you're showing me a weakness, you better know that I'm gonna hold it against you in your black belt test in some way, because it's all about overcoming that. It's overcoming that challenge, and that's what it's all about. Like I said, I'm shy or was shy. I know I met you through stand-up comedy, so one of the things I, overcame with was first karaoke, believe it or not, to sing in front of a crowd of people, on top of trying myself as a teacher back then because I was instructing, and then I would go out to karaoke, and then that helped me, and then from there, I said, you know what, I want to be involved in entertainment. Movies aren't calling me, so it's like, let me try stand-up comedy because I love Eddie Murphy, and I know that's how he got his start, so that's why I did, and that was 8 years ago, by the way. So... and then I met you then, right? How long have you been doing it?
2017 is when I started.
Okay.
So
2013. Whether I'm funny or not, don't worry about it. The table's all right. It's if you put pressure on it, you know what I mean? Like me sitting on this. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, like 2013 I started, and I mean, with COVID, I'm happy I got 2020 in. So like I say, I've been doing it every year. I got to figure out this year, and then I could say, I kept at it. Otherwise, I could have just said, all right, it's been 8 years and I stopped, but you know what I mean?
That's a fact.
I did it for about, I was going to get to, I want to get the karate and all that out the way first, but we can delve into this. I started 2017 with doing Juan Murphy's, which was a bar.
Yeah.
And then I was doing Manhattan, blitzing it.
You go back.
Yeah, I know, but 2020 done
COVID.
Yeah, and then now I got tendonitis in my legs.
Okay.
So that's a bit of an issue for me. But so I got to figure that out. My knees.
Both?
Well, it's mostly in my left, bro.
I only thought it was only in one leg.
It's primarily in one leg, bro. Okay. But I still got leg pain. I gotta lose weight. Like I can't not. Stop. I have to lose. I don't have a choice no more. I gotta drop 100 pounds, bro.
Have you tried? I know with COVID, this is bad timing for a lot of people. That stuff. Have you tried? What do you call it? The sweating, the saunas. Try that.
I was gonna pick boxing back up.
Okay.
That was
I'm just saying, like, flush it out, right?
No, the excess waste and everything. That's definitely
all that excess, that water.
Yeah, that garbage. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like I know probably a lot of it is.
Do you have cheat days?
Bro, that could be any day, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I'm not a professional with that stuff. I'm just trying to give you the best advice I can.
Yeah.
So anybody watching who is into fitness and all that, who know all the health tips, and they're going, oh, that guy don't know what he's talking about. I'll say it firsthand. It's like I'm just giving simple advice in my opinion. It's just my opinion. Do you drink a lot of soda or anything?
No, bro. I don't drink nothing. I mean, I've
sugar?
delved into soda. I mean, the only sugar I try to get is from my fruit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it.
Okay.
Like, I've switched up my diet entirely, bro. Salmon, grass-fed, lean beef, 90% lean. Chicken, bro. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm trying not to eat rice no more. I filled it in with quinoa. Ugh. And then I'm eating more veggies, bro. It's really a matter of cutting back. You know what I'm saying? Like, even the bread, which
you
was
need
a
set time where you eat.
I'm gonna have to take up fasting, bro.
I'm gonna say a millionaire idea, and it's documented. You guys are my witnesses. Here's my millionaire idea.
What?
Imagine someone who, I'm sure there is in some way, but how healthy is it too? Imagine someone just came up with the formula to have either, I don't know, a pill, a drink, or something, and it allowed you to in a healthy way, lose weight and everything. Just imagine someone had that. They retire.
I'll tell you, it will be it is $1 million plan, but it'll go so wrong because people would definitely believe there's something wrong with that one pill that'll make you so healthy.
Well, just think about what they take already.
Yeah, exactly. And then you got more people, like people with anorexia or bulimia that'll take it, and they already.
But like I said, in a hypothetical world, it is what it is. It's not bogus.
Dr. Oz already did that with Garcinia and Cambodia.
Oh.
Like, I mean, I don't know if y'all heard of that. That's like some kind of freaking tropical Amazon fruit.
Well, they have some stuff there that could cure a lot of things, I'm sure.
Yeah, but I mean, it is what it is. Nothing can replace working out and just eating right, health and all that. Like, it ain't no magic pill to that. You see these females out here, these women, I gotta lose weight, so they get this surgery. I'm like, listen, if you just switch up your diet, work out more, be in the sun, get enough sleep.
Well, a lot of people want that easy fix. That's why we were just talking about giving up, and you were saying your friend, I don't know him, so forgive me, but you say, gave up like that.
Let's call him Tuna.
Tuna fish. But I'm just saying, like...
Why'd you tell me that?
it's funny, bro.
No,
that's the name of your title of this video, is Tuna.
There you go. Yeah, we'll cut this shit right now.
No explanation to it. But anyway, like, people... I need an easy fix, and that's it. And they do that before they do the right way.
Yeah.
So, because it's easier.
I think it's like people just don't understand. Like, they gotta do it themselves. Like, it's hard, bro. Especially with the youth these days, bro. Like, you teaching these kids and everything. Like, now look at this. They got phones and.
Yeah, I know.
Like, I don't even want to know the teaching system.
We had to go to the library back then to find everything we needed. So. It's all right. Let's put it this way: we don't raise them, so it is what it is. It's more of a parent thing. But what can you do? And like I said, people are wired the way they are, so it's just like that's what they're passed on. I had bad things that was passed on to me, So it is what it is. What can you do? But the thing is, better. And that's what's important.
But let's try on the stand-up right quick. So you was doing karaoke to discipline yourself privy to doing stand-up. Which is actually part of the reason why I started stand-up was because, I wanted to do it because when I was trying to get heavy in the voiceovers, a lot of them started with stand-up, and I said, fuck it, let me do stand-up. And then a lot of stand-ups had podcasts, which is why I started the podcast, and then that just, when stand-up went down, podcasting went up, because it was easier. And then stand-up just took over. Because, I'm a naturally funny guy, but being with your friends is different from being on stage. Like, I can tell you that firsthand. Like, I've forced my son to go up mad times, and he's made him laugh, but he's only got 5 minutes. He's only got 3 minutes. Shit.
I got a one-hitter quitter. That's it.
And
imagine people who had to do it for a living, travel, whatever, and every time they're done with the tour, they switch up. Maybe they do it every time they go on stage. It's like a new hour.
Yeah. I mean, it's like the traveling aspect was the problem. Because I crashed my car doing this, bro. Like,
jeez.
I really didn't give a fuck, bro. When I was like 2018, bro, I was 20.
Sleeping. Unbelievable.
Yeah, bro. I didn't give a fuck about myself. I got sleep apnea, overweight, bro. I'm not eating right. I'm thinking I'm eating right.
I think they're all, again, not a health expert, but I think they're all connected. You need a good night's sleep to help you lose weight. You need to exercise. You need to eat healthy.
It's all connected, boss. Especially when you got sleep apnea, bro. You over 300 pounds, bro. It's all connected.
It's gonna happen.
And no offense to anybody, it's your genes too. Like, for instance, I'm just saying, it's a lot of things, but I'm just saying, like, skinny. I mean, I see my parents when they're my age in a picture, and they look just like me. And I mean, with time, everybody kind of gains weight. But
is there domestic violence going on? What the fuck is going on?
Not saying any names. Don't say any names. But yeah, what can you do? They're good people though. It's just they're loud. They're loud. People speak loudly sometimes. That's just how they are.
And you gave him
he's telling her how bad the pizza is. That's all it is.
I like it. Just saying, I do. I honestly do.
I mean, if I were to get something different, probably a sandwich.
I could see your pizza aficionado.
Oh yeah, you already know, man.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, you know it. Shoot, I hope
Michelangelo.
Places, man.
Michelangelo.
There you go. But nah, back to it, bro. I just had to acknowledge that for a second, bro.
It's all right.
That was some bullshit, bro.
What can you do? I can't help how it is. You know how many times I made a video and you'll hear like a car drive by when you're in the middle of something really good and all of a sudden,
oh, bro, every time.
It's like, oh man.
Just tell you gotta restart it and cut that bit out, do it again. It's whatever. Nah, but
Are you editing this? Or are you gonna just leave it as is?
I'm gonna leave it as is.
You're gonna leave it as is.
The only thing I may edit is that first minute when we was bullshitting. But what was it, stand up?
Yeah, you were
Yeah,
saying what
you was
you
talking
went
about-
through, how you crashed the car.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah,
Your health,
Yeah, bro, genetics, bro. Like
domestic violence.
But
That's
yeah.
how you crashed the car. I'm kidding.
Why the fuck not, bro? Domestic violence on my person. Like, but I mean,
What?
bro. I mean, look, but listen, I'm built like a fucking gorilla, bro. Like I'm squat neck. You know, I'm mostly body. I'm not a lot of arms and shit. Like I'm not like you. You're tall, lanky, but you
Genetics.
You kick bricks and shit. So it's like you frequently work out. Even my man, he ain't got that. Our other guy, he's got sleep apnea too now. He's got to go get a sleep study and all that, bro. Sleep apnea has become more rampant, and I got this war going on because everybody thinks it's just fat people.
No, I was gonna say, do you play on your phone a lot before you go to sleep?
I do some writing.
Okay.
So,
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, they say that the light can get you.
yeah.
I mean, everybody's different. My dad's the kind of person, like, when we talk about drinking coffee, he'll go, yeah, I could drink a cup of coffee and go right to sleep right afterwards. So it's like, me, thank you. So like I was saying, I could play on my phone is what I'm saying, and the screen will hit me in the eyes.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's instant, but I know I can get a good night's sleep too. But it's also your habits, I think, because like I go to sleep late sometimes, and it's like it just kind of goes from there. I used to, when I was younger, I could if I wanted to, but I try not to, is like I just pull all-nighter, and then the next day, don't do it. I'm not recommending it.
No.
I'm talking about when I was younger, because I wanted to go to school, and like I'd be up all summer doing whatever, and then it's like, okay, it's time to go back to school, so I would pull all-nighter, and then get my sleeping schedule back on track, just so I could keep waking up early. Like that's just what I had to do. Yeah.
It do
I did that.
I mean, I'm a different breed. I can't function well without 7, as we can see.
Sure, I could function with 3. You know it. That's a
I've done black belt tests with no sleep. It's just you had to do what you had to do.
no, okay.
Well, but just think about it. You're constantly going. See, I'm giving you all that energy right now. Just that's all day.
Yeah.
So how can you really fall asleep with doing that? But once you have that downtime, like well, you have that downtime while you're behind a wheel. That would put anybody to sleep. That's what they do with infants. They put infants to sleep by just driving around.
Nah, Derby, that's facts. Like I'm a man that I listen to like very like chill music. You know what I mean? And like we'll be in the car at night. And he'll tell me, shut it up, put on something loud, you know what I'm saying? Because like I'll put on something chill and he'll be ready to fall asleep. There was even the time where we had to park somewhere and he went to sleep.
They say that music, believe it or not, can affect your driving. So if you have like that like intense music, you're gonna be like, you have a calm one, laid back.
Yeah, some laid back. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. No, I've had to like the music I listen to. I listen to a lot of classical and whatnot and orchestral stuff.
Oh,
like,
cool.
So when the classical comes on, I go, it's not happening.
You know what's my favorite? You want to go way, way back? Midnight Sonata, Beethoven. That's amazing. Also Resident Evil.
If you remember, Homegirl plays on the piano. Yeah, that's a classic.
I remember playing that game because I played the remake. I wanted to play it back in the day. It's just I was too scared. But I played the remake as I got older. RE4 helped me get into it, but that's my favorite. But I played the remake on Xbox or PS4 or whatever. But all of a sudden I hear Midnight Sonata. I'm just like, oh my god, I love this.
It's beautiful.
And then I kept messing. I couldn't get through that part because I think it like glitched on my save file or something. It was just like acting funny. I couldn't get her to transition to what she needed to do to keep the story going on. But somehow I ended up beating it with that save file. It was such a pain in the neck. So I just heard Midnight Sonata for weeks because I just couldn't get it to work.
It's a beautiful song. It's a sonnet, bro. It's a whole sonnet. Like I can listen to that shit. So.
That's cool.
But
I have a question.
Yeah.
What made you want to actually like do taekwondo and like
Good
martial
question.
arts?
Well, it started with my parents. They signed me up. It's as simple as that, which I see a lot of people who came through that door throughout the years. It's just the parent walks in, says this is good for my kid, and there you go. But I did Tiger Showman when I was a kid. I used to get a lot, like I was like 5. So like when I was told that you had to like do self-defense and defend yourself, I literally would take the kid that I was paired up with and I would throw him on the floor. They would be crying. I would sit against the wall. And then one time the Tiger Showman teacher talked to my parents to sign me and my brother up. My brother did fine. I didn't, of course. So he was trying to get them to sign up. It was like $1,000 for a month, right? Something like that.
Told you they want your pockets, bro.
Yeah.
Some
I
people
never,
want your pockets.
hand to God, anybody watching this who's known my school, know me, I never nickel-dimed anybody, but I can get into that too.
Would you mind giving us your rates right quick?
Sure. Well, it's closing, but it was 150. Other schools are like 200. We were month to month. Most schools, I know one school, so I can't say all schools, but most schools are a year contract, and I don't want to speak about them, but that's I'm sure they have their rates and their deals and stuff like that. So, and at the end of the day, it's this, in my opinion, is probably the best thing. Like you were saying, that you can get one person, especially a kid who has anxiety and things like that, stress and things. This is, in my opinion, the best thing because as much soccer can get that. This is life lessons. Like right now, me looking you in the eye and stuff like that, I couldn't tell you I could do when I was a kid. Mm-hmm. So plus I became a teacher, you know what I mean? So to do that, it really helped me open up those doors to get over that stuff. Yeah. So it's a lot of life lessons. But we were talking about Tiger Showman, so not to get off subject. But so they offer that, and my parents were just like, no, he sits more against the wall. Why am I going to pay for him to sit against the wall? I could do that at home. So there went that, and then as we were in Yonkers back then, we lived towards there. Yeah. So then we went to New Rochelle for a year, and then from there we moved up here. We've been here. Well, they moved. I've been here for about 21 years. So back in 2002, my mom called me up and said, "I signed up you and your brother for Taekwondo lessons at blah blah blah." I'm not gonna say the school. So that's how that happened. So
from there, it just steamrolled into other stuff.
Yeah, and Mortal Kombat was my biggest inspiration.
I seen it.
That's why it's there. That's why it's there. So that's my kid-friendly. They're the pop figures of Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Liu Kang, and Raiden. Special edition Raiden. They're like my friendly, kid-friendly indication to what Mortal Kombat, because I could also get the figurines with the head skin cut off and stuff. So you know what I mean. And actually, last year I had a movie night projector. So it was the anniversary of the school, which is January 5th. We did it last year. We played Mortal Kombat here.
The 90s.
Yeah, my favorite one, the first one. Second one we don't talk about. The new one is okay.
It makes no sense. It don't. We could talk about this.
Let's do it.
We could talk about this. But the new Mortal Kombat made no type.
But that was my inspiration with martial arts, because I was watching the movie on VHS. My brother introduced me to it. I was playing the game, especially on Nintendo 64. Going to the arcade, seeing especially Mortal Kombat, Ultimate Mortal Kombat. Right, trilogy or whatever, with the skulls, the purple background, that really. Scorpion's my guy. But when I was younger, I watched the movies. I see the flips, I see that. So what I would do is I would take my parents' pillows and blankets. I would put them on the floor. I would get on their bed, queen size mattress or something, and then stand on it. And I would do flips. I would flip on my back, and I would get the wind knocked out of me. And I would get up and do it again and again. So as I got older, I was able to do it myself without getting hurt. So that's where it began.
So MK started your love for martial arts.
Pretty much.
All them mothers in the 90s. Look at this. You done. Look, you fought creation of a good.
I think it turned out okay.
You know what I'm saying, boss?
all the kids who can't watch rated R movies, guilty. Right. It was against my will, but I mean.
Listen, we can get on to the softness of today's kids, bro. But I ain't got time.
I love them, so what can you do? Different generation.
We ain't got time for that.
The parents know, the kids don't.
Boss, I ain't got time for that shit, boss.
That's all right.
I mean, so with that being said, bro, I'm trying to find a good segue back to the comedy thing, bro, because I do got questions about.
Who's your favorite comedian?
But how? Okay, you know what? Here's a good question. How's the comedy influence your teaching? Because I know you talked about how you was shy and everything. You can't see, because part of the reason, because I know that stage work, a lot of what you do is stage work, and I don't watch him, but Eddie Bravo, who you heard.
I've heard of it.
Yeah, he does seminars, and he's a whole teacher and everything, with the Joe Rogan crew, and he does martial arts too, so it's helped him out a lot. So how's that affected you?
That's a good question. Well, you can see we're on a mat, and if you were here, obviously we're on a mat. If you were here, there's chairs behind us. That's where the parents come in. So this is more at my old school before anything, because that's where it started. So that was also when I was doing stand-up comedy and martial arts, of course, but that's where I began, right? So what I would do is I would teach the classes, and then I would see something funny, and I'd make fun of it in some way, in a nice way, and then I'd hear a laugh. And then once I heard a laugh, it's like, that's contagious, because laughter, positivity is very contagious, so, and same with negativity. But I would use that in a good way. So I would say to myself, okay, that's fun. It's fun to do that. And it's similar to being on stage. So I think of my platform. I'm on a mat. It's kind of like being on a stage, similar to here. And then I would think to myself, okay, well, there's an audience there, and they're watching. It's just like a show. It's just like doing stand-up comedy. So it kind of just came from there. I was actually talking to a teacher yesterday about, no affiliation to me. It's just I know them. And I was asking them, I was like, I'm probably the most lax teacher you ever met. For instance, I crack jokes, I make the kids laugh, I'm very upbeat, I don't try to be negative, I don't try to hurt kids' feelings. And she said, yeah, you are. You're really, pretty lax with the kids. Where in the background mentality is like drill sergeant, do push-ups just by looking at me wrong, which I grew up with. But I was always getting yelled at, like I'm too nice, you got fined. So what I do is I just said to myself, I can't fake it because it's just who I am. Second, children coming in here, it's like they don't need that because they already have enough stresses as it is, in my opinion. So what I want to just do is just be their role model, older brother if I can, maybe an uncle depending on the age. Just be that dynamic or that thing for them. And when it comes to just like laughing and stand-up comedy with martial arts, something like that, they kind of in a way go hand in hand because you need the discipline to be on stage to not break your character or like lose track. So you need that focus. And then here it's like, of course you're like that. You're trying to be strict. That's how that usually is. But with me, it's like to get them to warm up to, get them to like what you're doing and want to come back. That's important, especially from a business standpoint. Right. So the last thing you want to do is scare away people.
Yeah.
So have you seen yourself becoming like that full role model? Have you surpassed this teacher and mentor?
I would like for the people who are part of the school, maybe in your comments, when this is up, to speak for themselves. But in all honesty, I haven't had an issue with most people here. Things happen. You always get a rotten apple, but I see that rotten apple on the street, and they're always nice to me. So it couldn't have been too bad. It could have been too bad. What, rotten apple?
The way you said, I see him in the street. That's the way you said it.
How do I describe where I see them? The mall, out and about.
He said, "Don't fuck with me now."
No.
Don't fuck with me.
He ain't say don't fuck with me. He said they don't fuck with me.
I'm a very peaceful guy. I get yelled at for being too nice, but just think of it like this: how many people are quick to get mad? I'm the kind of person who's very quick to just turn it around and make it into a good situation. Because anybody could get mad, anybody could fight someone. Even me as a 5th degree, anybody could come up to me and just hit me over the head, and I'm out with a rock. So. I always tell the kids, and I guess this is good for whoever's watching, is the best self-defense, in my opinion, is just use your words.
Walk away.
Use your words. Don't be afraid to walk away. There's a story about a master. Here's a story that's similar to this. Is a master came out of his school. 2 gang members came up to him and were trying to rob him. Now, before anything happened, he looked at them and he asked them, what is their background? So they said, oh, well, you're a master and we don't like you because my master is better than you. So each gang member had a master. So the master looked at them while they were, arguing with him, and he said to himself, oh, really? What's the name of your master? The one gang member said that it's Master Lee, and he's way better than you. And the other gang member said, yeah, and Master Kim, he's way better than you too. So the master had to take a few steps back and think to himself. He said, oh, Master Lee, I heard about Master Lee. He's a really good teacher. He's way better than Master Kim. So from there, the 2 gang members started arguing. No. Master Lee is better than Master Kim. They started arguing. So the master took a few steps back, slowly listened to them, and just walked away. He left it for them to fight. So, when it comes to arguing, you gotta also, or fighting, you gotta also think your way out of it. That's just the best, defense in my opinion. Use your words. And Not for nothing, it's got me out a lot of problems. So
I like that you said it because that's actually a good segue. We're actually doing a lot of masculine, feminine, back and forth going on. That's like a big subtopic.
Can you explain that? I'm confused.
Cause no, this is
Here
what.
we go.
Shut up, bro.
Here we go.
Listen. No, this is important for this.
All right, go ahead.
Bro, okay. Listen. So I'm
Throw a chair.
a big subtopic. We ain't got a lot of time to get
It ain't
into
that
it.
Go ahead.
Is the masculine feminine debate. What you just said a lot, according to toxic feminists or whatever, they would consider what you just said to not be a masculine trait. Cool head, thinks, he ain't body, he ain't style. Like, you're not built like me, but, with your degree and you're taller than me, you could do some damage, especially with my injury and whatnot. So what they said, basically what it is like using the mind ain't as masculine as using the body. Now, how would you interpret that?
Well, that's interesting. Well, in my opinion, like I was saying before, I mean, I keep kind of going back to what we were discussing before, is everybody's cut from a different cloth. Mm-hmm. Everybody has a different aspect to things. People are wired differently. So similar to what you were just saying is, when it comes to how a person should act, for instance, I guess a male to be a little more tougher towards a fight, I guess, if that's what you're saying. I'm just trying to understand. I mean, just because someone has muscles and they're strong doesn't mean they're strong up here. I mean, they could easily wimp out on their head. They can be, it's just how they are. Like they could lift this table with one hand, let's say, but they just can't bring it to themselves to hurt someone. I'm not saying I could lift this table with one hand, but I can't personally bring it to hurt someone. And if you call that weak, let's put it this way: anybody. Like I said, anybody can hurt someone. I could get you while you're sleeping. You can get me when my back's turned. You can get people in a group, fight with 4 friends. You could use a weapon. I think a person uses a weapon is a coward, 'cause, you know what I mean? You ever see Rush Hour? Go fight like a man. And he's like, anybody can shoot someone. I love that line. But the thing is that that's not weakness. If anything, that's a strength, because one, you know yourself, you're sure of yourself, and you don't need to prove yourself. It's as simple as that. So if you need to, I don't know what kind of guys a girl would be into to want that, let's say, because how girls want the bad guy, the jerk, you know what I mean?
Accept yourself.
Well, I hear a lot of stories where that never really works out for them because they're too busy getting into that kind of aspect to them. But are they a good father? Are they a good husband? Are they good this, they good that?
They're being everything else but themselves and what they should be.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna say who, but they're very close to me. And I mean, they're, I guess, the quintessential tough person, right? But they have relationship issues, so I mean, that's very close to me. I'm not gonna say who, but trust me when I say that they do. And you look at them and say, I mean, I grew up with the person, so I could say to myself, that's not who they really are. So I've seen them at their weaknesses. I know their true character. So to them, it's a facade,
right.
And it attracts girls, of course. So, but doesn't last. The fun time doesn't last, but the relationship, depending on the person, is the goal. Isn't that the goal? You want to get married, you want to have kids. That's the kind of the job of a guy, in nature.
When you're young,
that's what society made us believe. Honestly,
whatever.
To be the good guy.
No, not the
plant
good
the
guy.
seed?
I mean, that's instinct, human instinct to plant the seed and repopulate. You know what I mean? But I'm talking about for the marriage and all that.
Marriage is a whole other thing. Marriage is kings and queens back then. In order to make their families grow and become more powerful, they would wed their children, and that would make a better dynamic. And then as that evolved over time,
so keep it in the family.
Yeah, like weddings became like a business in a lot of ways.
I mean, but look at it. They say females is like, oh, it's this my best day ever, and then they got the murder of crows over there. This is her best day ever. When in reality, are you paying for this shit? Is you paying for this shit? Your best day ever. Go.
To each their own. Really.
If she can pay for it, it's your best day ever, bitch. That's not Mike talking. That's me talking. Don't worry about it. He's family friendly, boss. I'm not. I take responsibility for that. But I'm just saying, boss, because I do want to delve into that, because You know what I mean? People would consider it. I know we're running low on time, so I'm gonna
Oh, it's
start
okay.
wrapping up.
It's all right. I'm listening.
Oh, you ain't got? Did you say you got?
Go ahead.
I'm
I want to, but bro, we can keep going. I'm
Go.
just saying.
I'm just saying is that I think you could, say what you have to say, and when it's within reason, sure.
Yeah, no, I'm what's it called? No, I'm just saying because like people see martial arts as like a more masculine thing, and I ain't gonna lie, bro. I was 14, 15, going on to 16, going on to 17 when I was 17 when I stopped because I was about to go into college and everything. A bunch of other shit happened.
What made you think it was masculine thing though?
No, but listen. It's put on as a more masculine thing.
Now?
You most know. Always been, boss.
I mean, way back then, maybe.
Listen, Buster, I'm telling you, bro, that it's mostly, I'm not saying women can't do it, bro. Females can do it. I've rolled with...
Look at MMA fighters that are women.
Yeah,
They're
right,
tough.
right,
I wouldn't mess
right.
with them.
Exactly,
But listen, I ain't say none of that. I said it's
I
put
know.
off as a more masculine thing. I ain't say females can't do it. I said that's how it is.
It's put off.
So, how...
I thought it's universal.
Bro...
It looks more
No,
universal.
it is universal.
It puts off
it's
as
more
universal,
universal
right?
until a
Well,
man gets in there with a
let's
woman.
put it this way.
Right?
Most things generally start with that demographic. So if it's kids, it's kids, right? If it's adults, it's adults. If it's men, it's men. If it's women, it's women. Sometimes the two worlds merge, right? So as it started with say men, eventually obviously it was incorporated with women, children. I mean, I can't tell you how many times like someone will go, "You're too young for a black belt," things like that. So it is what it is. So it's just a sign of the times, you know what I mean? So you're right. Like for instance, when you keep saying masculine, all I could think of is like Rambo. You know what I mean? Like that mentality in the '80s, where he had like the ripped body, he had like the sash around his head. Girls will drop they fall over that guy, right? And then nowadays, nowadays. I mean, I'm not saying there aren't like that masculine figure in like not social media, like pop culture.
Oh man.
But you know what I mean? I'm sure there's one. I mean, Sylvester Stallone's still around. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, definitely.
But he's older, so he's more like their dad to them. But you know what I mean? But no offense to him, I love Sylvester Stallone. But nowadays it's like men are a little more
feminine.
Yeah, well they are, but I mean it is what it is.
Yeah.
But to each their own. If a girl likes that, a guy likes that, whatever, it's to them.
Yeah, if you're happy, you're happy.
But you're right to say that it started out with more of a man's world. I agree, but I'm not disagreeing either. But nowadays, it's then I could get into your point. Nowadays, it's kind of like it's just whatever. It's open to everybody.
Yeah.
And that's what's wrong with that?
No, I'm not saying.
Not saying to you in general.
Yeah. Well, because the thing is I like this though because you're not a big guy. I mean, you're just tall.
You keep going back to me.
I'm trying to
See, I told
because
you
I know
watch
what I
this.
want to say, bro. Shut up, bro.
I'm
I
skinny,
know what I want to
got
say.
a long neck. What was
You know
it
what
you said about my hair?
I ain't say nothing about nobody's hair, bro. I asked him what his race was. He said Sicilian.
Watch anime at all?
Sicilian. Yeah.
You watch anime?
Dragon Ball Z.
What?
Yeah, man.
What are you talking about?
I mean, I could get into Tsunami.
Ooh.
Yu Yu Hakusho.
You see,
Kishi.
he already said it. He already said
I
it.
look like
Listen, Kurabara.
So this is really a roast podcast. But
I ain't seen you in a minute, bro. You gonna get it.
that's all right. I grew up with older brothers, so the way I look at it is there's no one that could really top him unless they topped him with like a weapon. 'Cause
So-
he tortured me. Just saying.
That's OD.
What it is, boss. You're the youngest?
Yeah. I got thicker skin now, so I thank him for it, in a lot of ways. I mean, not happy about it, but you know what? You get over it too.
Experience.
You need that hazing period, bro. It's
Yeah.
too soft.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, it is.
I was a
what it
90s kid, so nowadays it's a little more different.
is. But that's what I'm saying, though, bro. Because kids too soft.
What can we do?
You know, fuck them up. That's what we can do. That's what you're doing here. You're fighting.
It reminds me of the video on Facebook with the kid that was doing the kick in the air, and then the guy comes and the sensei pulls up, sweet kicks him and punches him in the shit, man.
How about the movie? I mean, it's not a kid. The Foot Fist Way, where like the old lady goes against like a grown man, and like the guy who is what's the name of the actor? Come to me. He looks at the big guy and he goes, all right, you want to take on my moves? All right, Tina, the older lady, show him back fist, blah, 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 blah. Let's see you try to defend yourself against that. And then the second they spar, the big guy just wails on this old lady. You guys see the movie? It's hilarious.
Oh.
Kicks her. It's fake, but it was pretty funny.
Wait, what you said it was called?
The foot fist way.
The foot fist way.
I could have sworn I heard of it, bro.
I'm trying to think of the guy. I'm trying to remember. I know his name. I just escaping me. He was in This Is the End. He was in Pineapple Express.
Seth Rogen?
No, he's the guy in the yellow shirt.
What you call it?
He was in Eastbound and Down. He was in that as a show.
Asian dude.
No,
bro.
You talking about
It's not
James Franco?
Is it
he's
James Franco?
almost there. You're almost there. It's the other guy.
It's not Seth Rogen.
It's not James Franco. It's the
It's
other
not
guy.
James-
If it was, if I didn't see Pineapple Express, but
It's the guy with the yellow shirt. You guys butt kicked. He had like the neck collar.
I don't remember, bro.
Oh my gosh.
Bro.
I know, but I can't tell you. And for people out there watching this, are like, it's blah blah blah. Imagine I just said it.
But
They'll come to me.
yeah, nah.
I don't say his name often, so it's like,
Speaking of
I do love him, though.
Express, what is your take on marijuana?
I don't
What the
dabble.
fuck?
I'm not into it. I know it's legal now, right?
Yeah. Just gotta ask, you know what I'm saying? There's certain people that got
worst-
certain
My man rolls
thoughts
with
on
children,
things.
bro.
The
Why would
worst,
he do
well,
that?
I mean,
Bro,
if
it's
it's
just-
legal, you guys talk about it, and
That's
I
what
mean,
I'm
what's
saying.
stopping the parents from like doing it while their little kids play in the living room?
You know what I mean, bro? Like,
If it's legal,
I just want to see his take on it as a sensei. You know what I mean?
Bro.
There's some
I don't promote or support any drugs, but I'm a social drinker.
Mhm.
I've took a drag of a cigarette, really. That's about it. But it's just a try. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I did it just to do it, just to see.
I used to smoke cigarettes. I quit like 4 months ago.
Yeah,
And
well,
it's completely disgusting to me now.
I agree.
I don't understand why I did it already.
Well-
why I did it, but it is what it
That
is.
shit,
I mean, I'm not proud of that kind of stuff with myself, but I mean, like I said, within moderation. I mean, it doesn't hurt anybody. And like when it comes to like marijuana or anything else stronger than that, I mean, to each their own. But I don't promote it. I'm not into it. So that's just as far as it goes.
Last
But I
time.
could laugh at a movie when they're like high as has a
Yeah.
kite, like
Uh-huh,
Pineapple
uh-huh.
Express or something. So it's just, I don't know. It's to each, like I said, to each their
Yeah,
own.
ain't nothing wrong with
Last
it.
I saw
That's all I
you, you
wanted.
was out on a night of debauchery.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, you was at the club, bro. Turn it up.
I usually am.
What was up with that?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
What
you
was
need to
up
get
with
up
that?
on there, bro.
Bro, I was there with her. We ran into each other on the way to the bathroom. Yeah, bro. He
I was in the bathroom.
Called
Wait
him
a
the
minute,
bathroom.
boss. Wait a minute,
He
boss.
followed me to the bathroom.
Wait a minute, boss. That's not accurate.
He said, that's
That's
not
not
accurate.
accurate. That's not accurate. That's not accurate, Buster.
I mean, I am a little bit of a partier. I like a good time. My fiance is with it, so whatever.
No, yeah, we it was a Halloween party, bro. It was nothing crazy.
And I wasn't there?
I,
Ah, you see, now look at you.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I remember,
Yeah,
I
that's
remember,
right.
I remember, I
You
remember.
That's right. I asked you if you
Well,
want to go.
you know what's funny about me going out?
You should have been there.
You know what's funny about me going out is I got told for the longest time. First off, I was 21 to now, right? Obviously, COVID was last year. It's still kind of a thing now. Who knows how long ago? I'm now engaged. I had a girlfriend who I got engaged to since 2014. But what I'm just saying is that I went out because I was young. I was allowed to go out. She was okay with it. Some nights better than others when she was okay with it. But other than that, me going out, I would hear from my mom. She would come up with every excuse. She'd be like, there's going to be a tornado tonight. It's going to be a blizzard. She would come up with whether it was true or not, she would come up with these reasons for me not to go out, right?
Mhm.
So my mindset is that I'm going to live it up in my 20s to do what I can, within reason, have fun. Because one day, I'm going to be a man, a father, a husband, something like that, of course, where I'm not able to do that, right?
That's a fact.
So that being said, I told myself, you know what, one day I can't do it. And now we're in 2021, and guess what? We could barely do it. So was I wrong?
Not wrong.
That was
at all.
definitely last year. I
Not
didn't
wrong
do
at all.
anything last year, really.
I mean, they have been opening the clubs lately.
Yeah, but it's not worth it. I mean, you're going to get grinded on and then the rain.
But no,
You
but-
don't gotta go to the club to get grinded on.
I'm joking, boss.
No, but I'm just saying that was what I told myself, and how true was I? Because I said to myself, one day I'm not gonna be able to. Of course, it was for other reasons. Now it's like basically by law.
That's a fact.
I mean, like, but look at it though. Now you're 28. You
Uh-huh.
you know you're taking the step. I mean, that's really how it's supposed to go. Anyway,
Yeah.
you have fun in your 20s. When you hit 25, that's when you gotta like look at yourself in the mirror because you're just coming off your teens. You know, everybody considers 18 you're an adult.
And some people in like before 21 do whatever. You know, I wait until I was 21. So, you know, what?
I gotta take a piss, bro. I'm sorry.
Oh, here comes Ant Smash.
Keep talking, bro. Just keep talking.
Very professional.
I'm sorry, bro.
It's okay.
You saw me drink that water.
I was gonna say you down that whole water. Anyway,
Keep talking.
you brought up that, and I brought up peeing. Let's talk about peeing.
Oh man. So Mortal Kombat.
Oh,
man.
here we go.
Mortal Kombat.
Dragon Ball Z.
Bro, I'm telling you now. I will tell you now. The newest movie for Mortal Kombat did not make any sense to me. It didn't. It really didn't. Because it's just like, well, one, no one knows who the main character was. Nobody.
No,
you haven't seen him in the games.
No.
You haven't seen him in the comics. Nothing like that.
I can give you my interpretation though, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
Even with Annihilation, for goodness sakes. Oh man, he's mind blown right here. All right, here we go. Let me ask you this: do you love the franchise? Do you love Mortal Kombat, the franchise?
I love the franchise.
Okay, well, let's just speak for you and speak for everybody else who, of course, does, who's listening to it. And then there's people who say, no, I don't. But let's say you do, okay? You love the franchise. Do you love the characters? Okay, besides Cole Young. All right, give me a second. You love the characters, yes? Who's your favorite, by the way?
I ain't gonna hold you. He's not... They kind of fucked him up in the first movie too, but the second one, they kind of fucked him up. Ermac.
Okay.
That man is fire.
Okay, well then Ermac, right? Well, besides Annihilation. All right, so here's the thing. You have appreciation for it. You do enjoy it. So anything more than what you already enjoy, in my opinion, here comes Ant. Anything more, in my opinion, is always a good thing. If they completely, like Dragon Ball Evolution, was it Evolution? Yeah, I know. But I'm sure you were excited in some way to see them try Goku, to see him in some way, even if you want to laugh at it.
I seen the ki blast, man. It wasn't even the ki blast.
No, I know.
It was like a little wave.
No, I know.
What was that? What would you...
No, but my point is that the thing that you love is getting a lot of attention in some way. So therefore, you have appreciation for it because it's just like anything where you did something cool or you care about someone, like say you had a kid, right? You have a kid and they do something great. It's like you feel really good because that's getting attention where, maybe the kid could be better at stuff, but someone's recognizing it for something. So
I just hope they do it right next time.
Well, that's what I was going to say.
Totally.
That's what I think they're going to do too, is maybe because it's so low budget, things could have been a lot better, like effects and stuff, in my opinion. The characters, they're probably just throwing out, besides Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Kung Lao. I mean, I wish Kung Lao...
They didn't need to do him like that.
They always do that to Kung Lao. Why? Why?
Soul sucked. Said it just like that, bro. You about to get your soul.
He said, "Your soul is mine."
He enjoyed that soul, boss.
But I'm just saying. So I think they're just trying to get it out of the way, and then the next one, maybe because they'll do the tournament, maybe because they'll have a higher profile actor like Johnny Cage. As you can see, Johnny Cage wasn't in it. You know what I mean. So they didn't have that person to say, "Hey, I'm Johnny Cage," who I could totally play, by the way. But I'm just saying. They didn't have that, so maybe for the next film, they got enough money to pay said A-list actor to play Johnny Cage and so forth. So
you know who they're trying to put in as Johnny Cage. They already talking about who they should put in, and I'm okay for it.
Ryan Reynolds?
God damn, ain't that something? You got it right then and there, bro. For real.
I'm a big fan, so I follow up. I actually auditioned for it, believe it or not. I didn't audition like you think. I send in what I had to send in through email. That's it. So they tell you to send in this, that. I'm just saying. So
you had to do your moves and all that, show them you could work with?
I think that's what I did. It was definitely my profile. It was definitely my information, and that was that, and like a link to whatever.
Got you.
And I have a school, so that helped a lot too. So.
I mean, we didn't need coal, so.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, man.
Like his whole family got refrigerated and they were alive.
Hey, to be fair, I was waiting for that. See Scorpion's family, right?
Yeah.
They're frozen. What's behind them? They have a big spear or something in blood,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Cole's family, I agree with you, is kind of dumb.
Makes no sense.
I agree. But they didn't get a spear through them too. So it's like, if anything, they're just frozen.
You're right, but you want
And
to
their
know what's
faces were
also
exposed.
Bro, they was refrigerated, boss. What are you talking about?
I know, but I didn't write or make the movie, so don't yell at me.
I was just saying, bro. Like,
I would have did it. You ever play Mortal Kombat 9?
Yeah.
That's pretty much exactly
That's
how
what it
it.
was.
That's pretty much exactly how it pretty much done it.
But that's what I'm saying. Why they could have done it like that? Colt shouldn't even been there. The reason Scorpion came back is because of Quan Chi.
Scorpion
and because
wanted-
his whole family, whole clan gone.
Scorpion and Sub-Zero wouldn't have looked like that to me. They would look like Mortal Kombat 3, Scorpion, Sub-Zero are like my look for them,
Mhm.
even though they're similar. But I love that.
It's the classic look.
The 1995 version, I think, was pretty good to it. I heard a lot of mixed things like, oh, it's goofy, this. Okay, well, in 2021, we would make it better, right? So, especially like the effects. We know Scorpion doesn't have that spear thing. But it was still cool for what it was.
Uh-huh.
I think Reptile was like the best out of all the ninjas. I showed that to my college class because I was actually studying film. Give me a second. So I actually recorded it. That's how much I wanted to capture that. I was 26 at the time, so I was with all these like, I'm a millennial, but I was with all these like fresh millennials, younger than me.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? I look young, so they were like, oh, here's a 19-year-old guy. You know what I mean? Well, I'm not. Anyway, so I was playing. The thing is that we had to bring in our favorite film, like a clip, and that was the project, right? So I chose Mortal Kombat, the fight scene with Reptile, right? I had to decide either Scorpion or Sub-Zero, but I didn't want to get yelled at because it looked a little too violent with Scorpion. I love Sub-Zero, but I think even that was violent. I didn't want it where, you know, they can go, oh, that was violent, or that was kind of not boring, because I know the Reptile fight, in my opinion, was a little more exciting.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, plus it catches you off guard, because all of a sudden he's fighting this thing, you know what I mean? So, but whatever. So I had it up on the big jumbo thing for everybody to see. After watching their movie choices, they're all boring. So I said, you know what? It's awesome music. It's fighting. It's like something really cool. This is gonna really like jazz them up. So like I played it, and like you just hear the one girl who's probably never seen this before. She just goes, "What the?" I'll never forget that. And then like afterwards, I just told them like my background, martial arts, this and that, and I said this inspired me, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. So it's one of those things. It's exciting. It's, you know, your childhood. It's what inspires you. So can't really go any wrong, or you can't go wrong with it. And on top of that, just because a new movie does bad, let's say, I could always go back to the new movie or the old movie. I could always go back to the old movie.
We'll never go back to Annihilation, though.
No.
Never. They did Johnny dirty, bro.
Oh yeah.
Johnny wasn't supposed to go so quick.
This was
bro.
Johnny.
Yeah, bro, like just so quick, bro. Like, and you seen him do his little move, you know, the green shadow kick. Yeah, the shadow kick or whatever. Nope.
you know what? As a black belt, how you feel seeing ridiculous shit like that go on?
It's entertainment.
He just said he was inspired by it.
I know he said he was inspired by it, but it's like, because you see,
He stepped out to the bathroom. So.
definitely gotta reset, recalibrate, bro. I'm just saying, I know you was inspired by it, bro.
When you
but-
said podcast, we never meant the podcast.
Well,
On the pod.
Yeah, boss, you know what I'm saying? You caught the demo version, bro.
So you got the demo version.
But I'm just saying, because you know how drill sergeants, you know, like one time Rogan had on a whole dude and he asked a whole army guy, and he asked him like, yo, what's a grenade to you? And he said, grade's not a fireball, bro. It's like a gas explosion.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like a stun. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no giant.
A
I'm just
stun.
saying, like that's what I mean. Like
A stun grenade is a stun.
no, it's not a whole,
Grenade.
It's not like that. You know what I'm saying?
Fire in the hole.
Exactly.
Sorry.
Nah, but bro, I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Like as a black belt, you know what I'm saying? That shit's not even ridiculous to you. That's just entertainment.
Of course it is.
You can tell the
But
difference between fact and fiction.
no, it's entertainment. Like I said, you know, you can laugh at it, you can enjoy it. It's obviously like overly dramatic or something. Like for instance, if someone does like 10 backflips lands on their
Bicycle
feet.
kick.
Yeah, I was
You know
about
what
to
I mean?
ask that. What's you doing with the bicycle? Can you
It's
bicycle kick, boss?
No, but you know what I'm saying? It's obviously overplayed.
Yeah.
So that's just all it is.
Nobody could physically bicycle kick as long as Liu Kang could. Nobody. The only thing you could probably do is mostly at most 3 kicks to the chest and you're going down.
They said, "Who's that soft motherfucker on that screen?"
Bro, and that's
I was laughing at that.
but
He
that's
said,
the Liu Kang in the new one did kind of look soft. I ain't gonna hold you.
I mean, he did that Bruce Lee. We stretched out his ribs.
Oh
You
yeah,
seen
yeah,
that? That was nice. That was
Right.
nice.
Yeah, 'cause tone, nothing but toned up. You know what I'm saying? You know he was set.
They
for that,
didn't.
bro.
Some characters did, and some most of them didn't get to do their character. You know what I mean? Like I'm Liu Kang, and I'm stretching, and I'm gonna sweep kick a guy, which was funny, and that's you know what I mean. It's like they didn't really get a chance to flex their muscles metaphorically. You know.
Yo,
Kano carried that movie.
I just remember-
Sub-Zero too.
I just remember when
Both of
Cabal.
them, yeah.
He was like a Mike Myers the whole movie. Sub-Zero.
For real.
He said Kung Pao. Pass me an egg roll. I was done. I was like, can we make that joke in this day and age, bro?
Hey, stop Asian hate. But let's not talk about that. We already seen something crazy, bro.
People always do this stuff. It's like, look at that, it's
There
huge.
you go. That's that Cheerios heart.
Stop the Asian hate.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I buy Chinese food all the time. It's all good. Well, I mean,
I'm just saying, it's like generally everybody's nice to each other, so it's all you know. I mean, you're always gonna have a jerk do something bad.
bro, I did a whole episode on that. Watch episode 5, bro. I did a whole episode on that whole topic, bro. I don't want to hear it. Right? I examined that dude through lens. Anyway, that's not this podcast. So, boom, episode 5. Analyze.
What episode is this? 7? Sorry.
Oh, I'm lying. That's episode 4. Or 3.
Sorry to throw you off.
No, that's that's episode 3. This is episode 8. So yeah, no, 7. I'll look back at it, bro. This will be episode. This is episode 7, I believe, bro.
Another thing, since I know you a host sensei, I know you probably watch certain like UFC fights or something like that, boxing matches of any kind, like.
Only like the big fights when it's really popular, but I'm not really, to be honest, not too into it. Because I just feel like they take martial arts and they just kind of, I mean, what am I saying? Martial arts schools do this, but they just try to like encourage fighting, they encourage aggression, they encourage, you know, it's all dramatic. They're all doing this just to sell tickets, of course.
Oh yeah.
And you know, just to make money and stuff. So that's all really it is. It just kind of promotes the wrong aspects to martial arts. Obviously, people just think ninjas and fighting. I can't tell you how many times people come in here and go karate. I think you mentioned karate. It's just, there's just that awareness to what martial arts is and then what pop culture does, which I actually had to write in public speech class. We had to write an essay about something or whatever and tell it to the class, is that they take martial arts and they drag it through the mud.
Yeah.
The mentality and everything.
Oh, yeah.
It's peace. That's all it is. And it's using your body. Yeah. So it's just, you know, of course there's defending yourself, but there's, you know, there's fighting, there's peace within fighting. It's not a good thing. And as human beings, you know, war is like one of the things that kind of comes with the human nature is to want stuff, conquer stuff, fight things, destroy things in order to become the best. So it's using that and controlling it. So if you need to defend someone, you can, because there's always that knucklehead, like you're just talking about Asian hate and all that. Is, of course, it's bad. Problems, of course, come in many situations, but the thing is that you can't make excuses for others' actions, in my opinion, because, you know, if I'm a good person and I'm this and that, why I have to get roped into everything else that I had nothing to do with, you know? And that could be anything. So, you know, peace is important, of course, and it's not something that is easily gained. I mean, listen to John Legend's Imagine, the song. It's the most peaceful song ever, but it's virtually impossible in a lot of ways, because you can't expect the next person to come along and, you know, act like that. I mean, look at Adolf Hitler, for goodness sakes.
All the people.
Yeah, but you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And that would have been the world if someone didn't stop him or something didn't stop him. You know?
Yeah.
So that's like the worst it ever was, in my opinion, in a lot of ways. So, and you know, however amount of time it's been.
So going
Not too long ago.
leaping from there. So you remember you saw Shiva's ending in MK11?
One more time.
You did.
Shiva's ending.
Did you see Shiva's ending in MK11?
I think it's similar to what I was saying, right?
Yeah, where she was like, she made a better life for the, I forget her race of people.
The Shokans.
Yeah, okay, she made a better place for the Shokans, but they got fat and lazy. And she was like, yo, this life ain't it.
Mm-hmm.
So what she did was she basically like made them the best race ever. And then look at Invincible. Did you see Invincible?
Remind me, Invincible?
Invincible, this comic show this superhero show that just dropped on Amazon Prime about what if Superman was evil. You know, another one of those stories.
Just one of the, all right, basically, this is what he said. You got this guy who has this son. The son just got his super.
Oh, is that cartoon?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. I heard about it.
But the thing is with that, they went through war and that's how they got stronger.
Mm-hmm.
Saiyans, they go through war, that's how they get stronger.
Mm-hmm.
So people have that belief that, you know, which is true.
For peace, there must be war.
Yeah, through hardship.
You should watch George Carlin. Watch George Carlin, a stand comedian. Watch his take on war and why we get into war. It's pretty funny. I don't want to say it.
Bro, the best one is still that pyramid, bro. You know the pyramid story from Carlin, where he's just
Remind me.
the homeless people right at the bottom.
Yeah, you're right. And it's to scare the middle class. Is the lower class is to scare the middle class, while the rich kind of get away. I know.
Yeah.
I've seen
Alonzo
that.
Bowden did that one too. Along the upper the what is it? The middle class is to work for the upper class, and the lower class is there to scare the shit out of the middle class.
I'm just imitating him. Anyway.
That was funny. But that's what I'm saying though. Through hardship comes prosperity.
Yeah.
Especially if we learn the lessons.
We're getting into some deep things, but in my opinion,
this is what we should have been.
In my opinion, people are always trying out there to change people and stuff, and I must have said it like 10 times now over this podcast. It's human nature. People are who they are. I mean, if you could teach me to stop eating junk food, I'd pay you everything I have, because it's just I can't get over it. You know what I mean? It's hard. So to expect that with people's personalities and the way they treat others, you know what I mean? It's just once it's there, it's hard to get rid of.
Yeah.
And you can't make excuses, and you can't just think that it's gonna go away either. So people are just like fresh into it's my way the highway, which I understand, but
yeah.
Good luck with the next person that comes along when the next baby that's born and grows up years later. Who knows how they'll go.
Yeah, because you see these kids, like you said, some of them, you don't know their background. You could tell their background without even talking to them, and then they see you as a teacher.
They say most serial killers are normal people on the day, face to face, and then they've done horrible stuff.
Yeah.
Shout out to Sons of Sam. I've been watching on Netflix. You seen that?
I heard of it.
That stuff's
I passed by
creepy.
Bro, he's into that serial killer stuff. Close.
I didn't mean to give it a shout out. I'm just saying, like, it's a recommendation if you're interested in that stuff.
Shout out.
Peace. Remember, peace.
Yeah, that's what we're saying though, because the last guy we had on, Kareem, who's a boxer at APJ, we was talking about the same exact thing through hardship, through prosperity through hardship, and we got into talking deep about like, yo, if we're one-on-one with somebody, growing up a little broke and all that, you know what I'm saying, and then the discipline through the arts, going one-on-one with somebody, what causes somebody to mug somebody else, and then how you handle that situation going on. So I think this is flame that we get a boxer now. You taekwondo, you come here. I'm sorry, bro. You
two different
perspectives.
taekwondo.
Yeah, taekwondo and further other martial arts. So
two different perspectives.
Yeah, you're talking about peace. He was talking about, yo, I'm gonna grab your nuts.
Well, like I said, people take certain things out of certain things.
He was not. He.
I didn't see it, by the way, so sorry.
Like Kareem and his people, like they good. They're set, and they're not like aggressive. They're not like too aggressive, but he lets you know, like, yeah, it's all like he lets you know it's about the peace. It's all about the peace. You know what I'm saying? But he got some killers with him. He got some, some good fighters. You know what I mean? That's what he meant by like the grab.
I understand.
Yeah, like you're talking about start with the mind first, and he was all about the peace too. Like he was saying, Like, you know, he's let's talk it out first, bro. You ain't gotta do all this and all that. But then when it gets down to the nitty gritty, if you want to fight dirty, I'll fight dirty. You know, I mean, how would you fight? We didn't talk about that. How would you handle business?
I don't know. It doesn't happen often, like I said. Use your words.
Yeah,
I've gotten out of so many fights, just that. Worst fights I've ever been with is like my brother. So I mean, it's my brother.
It's usually family.
Yeah, and
like
other things are just quick altercations, sucker punch here and there, and that's it. So like I said, and you know, when you reach a certain age, you don't have to really do it anymore, because it's like, who really, like my age, it's like, who's really like going around fighting people? No one. That's kid stuff.
Yeah, you ain't looking for a fight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's about like just learning how to protect yourself.
And there's always a hothead, and it's like, he's not my friend. I barely see him. I'll never see him again. So it's just like as simple as walking away. Big deal.
So
you hear them going or to anybody near them. It's just like,
as long as they don't touch you.
see ya. Yeah.
Yeah.
As soon as they touch you, it's on.
So then going from that, actually, standing up for yourself, because again, some people will count that as weakness. Would you count that as weakness?
No.
Just if dudes like you said, whatever they got going on in the background.
Well, one's opinion about weakness isn't necessarily always right either.
That's a fact.
You know, so if you're gonna say that I'm weak to stand up to myself, is that what you mean?
Stand up for yourself.
There's nothing weak about that,
No.
but there's also nothing weak about, you know, avoiding it too.
Right.
That's a fact.
So, I keep getting into the point of, is like, to each their own.
Right.
Allow a person to go about things and figure it out themselves.
Big facts. I was working with this one guy. Remember when Gary, the dude from the Bronx that worked with me? Yeah, he knew how to box too or whatever. What
may work for someone may not work for another person.
Word.
It's all dependent on the situation.
Big facts.
I'm sorry.
No.
I still have to drive it home.
Yeah, no, I was wondering, like, bro, like.
It's alright. I wanted to give you a little extra time. You stepped out for a bit.
So to finish what you're saying, and we'll wrap it up, or you need to go right now.
4.
Gotcha.
He said don't fight because he said he might as well just say that you're pussy and go on because it ain't worth it.
Right. Watch your back, kids. Just evaluate the situation and move accordingly. My man's got to get out of here. Mike.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, brother.
Thank you.
Appreciate you,
Thank
for real,
you.
man.
Always,
Yeah.
I mean, I wish we could do it again, but obviously I'm leaving.
Yeah,
this
hey,
is fun.
bro, we may pull up on you in Florida one of these days. You know what I mean?
Miami.
You know?
Jesus Christ.
Why not?
Bro, you seen Spring Break, bro. I seen them videos. I'm like, I ain't going nowhere. That's STDs, bro. Anyway,
don't be a fool. Don't be a fool. Wrap your tool. Go on.
That's a fact. Don't be silly. Wow, you're really.
Anyway, y'all, appreciate y'all watching. Real nice. You know, this is a nice little test. We didn't need the equipment for this, but it is what it is. Thank y'all very much for watching. Follow the podcast and Smash 6 Cash Smash _. No. Cash
You'll
Smash
put it in the
period live.
description.
Yeah, I'll put it all in the description, y'all. Thank y'all very much for watching. She Man Smash.
Ah! Yeah!
Yeah, good job.
You already
All
know,
around
man.
here. Good job. Sorry, man.
Nah, bro.